Well, what do we have here? This is the Cobalt multi-drive steel storage tray, part number 0338551. Picked this up today at Lowe's for $25. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Reason why it's a pretty good deal is it'll hold 86 sockets, 30 quarter-inch sockets, 40 3/8 sockets. It's got two rails of 20 of 3/8 and 16 half-inch drive sockets. Now, my thought process with this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use it as this metal tray. What I'm going to do is cut these rivets loose to remove each one of these rails and cut these rails to length to my socket sets. Like in this situation right here, I have this old Cobalt made in the USA half-inch drive metric 12-point socket set that I've had for years. It's a 15-piece set, and I've always had these like on a metal socket rail, and everybody knows the struggle with metal socket rails. They fall off, they're hard to get off, they're hard to get on. The struggle's real. That metal socket rails suck. And I swapped over years ago to these Lyle socket trays, these magnetic socket trays. But the problem with these is like, for instance, with this one, where I have a 15-piece socket set, this tray only holds 11 sockets in the half-inch drive, so you couldn't get them all in there. And then, like this 3/8 drive, it's an 11-piece set, and it holds 14 sockets, so you have this wasted space. Not to mention, when it's sitting inside the socket drawer laying flat, they just took up way too much room, and that's how I used to have them. I had 6 of these laid out across this socket drawer. I had 4 3/8, 1 half-inch, and a quarter-inch. And I've slowly swapped over to these Hansen socket rails, and I love these Hansen socket rails. You can pick these up at O'Reilly's. They keep them in stock. Made in USA, Hansen socket rails. Well, socket trays. But I've come to a point in my socket drawer that I've run out of room right here. So I got to look, and I was like, well, if I stand these up, I can get another, 4 rows of sockets right here. So I got to looking at socket rails like the ones they sell at Harbor Freight, which I have one right here. They only hold 16 sockets, and they're like $20 a piece. So I found this at Lowe's for $25, and it all 3 sizes and holds 86 sockets. I was like, well, hell, I just cut the rivets, remove the rails, cut the rails to length, whatever size I need them. So that's my project for today. So let's get these cut off of here and start chopping them up to length. All right, I'm gonna see if I can grind these off. It's got three rivets per rail. Let's try to grind them off, see what happens here. These are steel, so they won't drill very well. Yep, that worked out pretty good. Yep, perfect. All right, so there's one. All right, got them all cut off. There's the base of it. Don't need that anymore. And here's all the socket rails. Yeah, now if you was to go out and buy these individually, You know, there'll be, I think, well, you can get the little sharp ones at Home Depot. I think they're like $7. So, you know, basically, I paid $25 for all of these, and they hold 86 sockets. So let's start with the 1/2-inch drive first. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's get these in position. Yeah, these socket rails, I know a lot of people don't like them because they're plastic, but I think they're great. I mean, they're a lot better than the metal rails. Tighten them up there a little bit. There we go. That one's done. I'm not going to cut this one off. You know, my intention was, like I said, to cut these off, but I'm not going to cut the 1/2-inch drive off. This is a 10 millimeter. I might run across an 8 millimeter one day, put right here. Don't really need an 8 millimeter and a 1/2-inch drive, but hey, I find one, you know, that way I'll have it. But yeah, these, that's a lot nicer than the metal socket trays, and that's what I like about them. They sit flat. So let's take this one over to the toolbox, see what it looks like. Yeah, so take this out. Let's turn it around this way. There we go. Look how much room that saves up. Now I got room for at least 3 more sets of sockets. All right, there's the shallows. Put the deep sockets on here now. You know, I've had these sockets right here for years. I know I bought them back in the 90s. I remember as a kid on Sundays, you know, that's what we used to do as a family. That was the thing to do, was go to Sears. You know, Mom would go over to look at, you know, kitchen stuff, you know, bedroom stuff. And my brother and I and my dad would go over and look at tools. Yep. So now that eliminates those. So what I do now is I'm gonna cut them off right here. Cut it here, cut it here. So I have no intention on adding on to this set. You know, it goes from 10 to 21 millimeter. It skips to 20. You know, deep and shallow. I might leave room for maybe 2 or maybe 3, just for the future. If I want to add, say, an 8, a 9, and a 20 to fill in the skip right here, I might do that. I might leave 3 on there and cut it about right here, and then I got, you know, 2 more socket rails right there for something else. All right, so let's start with the 1/4 inch. Got the metric and the SAE. Yep, this is going to work out pretty good. Alright, so I'll probably put those, like, space them out just a little bit. All right. Yeah, same thing. Cut it right here. Cut it right here. Then I got another quarter drive socket rail for the future. And the reason why I'm going to cut them in two is I keep these in two separate drawers. I actually have, you know, my metric and Torx. And then I have standard. You know, so I like keeping everything separated. All right, let me get these cut in two, and let's see what the finished product looks like. Okay, got them finished. Got these cut in two, and I took them over in my little heating iron, little soldering iron, and I melted the ends of them. You know, that way, you know, it can't slide off. You know, just melted it just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, I got them both cut. Just took a Sharpie, marked which one's which. Like I said, I melted the ends a little bit so they can't slide off. But those are done. And I got an extra for future use if I, you know, need any more 1/4 inch. These are going in the garbage. So let's get these put up. So that's my metric. And my SAE. Yeah, see how metal socket rails, they just flop over? I need to get another one of these. And I was going to do that with the one I cut off, but I kind of decided I'm going to leave it for right now. I'm not going to cut them off. This was one I had. That's why I decided to do this, was to make more room, because I had it sitting right here. You know, this is my runover socket drawer. Screwdrivers. That's some Impact 1/4 inch Sun X, and the Icon swivels. I tell you what, I haven't done a video on these, but these Icon swivels are nice. I mean, for the money you pay for them. I got one right here. Oh yeah, the 15/16. I beat the hell out of this one putting the gooseneck hitch in, and no issue with it. So for the money, pretty good swivel set. So yeah, now look how much more room I have in the socket drawer. That'd be my next video. Maybe not the next, but one day I'll do a toolbox tour of all my, you know, garage tools. But anyway, I just wanted to share with the Cobalt socket tray what you can do with it. You know, cut it up, you know, and make your own socket rails. Eventually I'm gonna cut these, but I ain't gonna cut them right now. I might have plans for later on, so I'm gonna leave them like that right now. But look, by removing that Lyle socket tray, look how much more space I freed up, and I was able to get all these sockets standing up inside that drawer. But if you like this video, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And I really appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks. See y'all on the next one.